Morning, just a few thoughts for the live trading group here. We're looking at gold daily chart. We rallied up during the week, which we pretty much expected, but we didn't get as far as that 1251, 1254 resistance area. We topped out just below at 1248, so yesterday we didn't manage to get short, which is unfortunate. However, we did go low, which was pretty much expected. You can see we've got some support here around the 1226, 1227 area, and that's kind of holding at the moment. But I'm not that positive on gold in the short term, at least. We are in a downtrend. We have hit strong resistance and failed just below it. We are overbought in the daily stochastics. We are looking negative on the shorter term charts. So just watch for a break below 1223 today. That will keep the momentum to the downside. And you can see that we have a Monday's low at 1216. So that's probably the next target, really. 1216, 1215 on a break below 1223. You might want to go with that if you like selling breaks of markets. You know, there's some decent margin in that trade. We could even continue lower. I would imagine 1216, 1215 will hold initially, so it's probably a good place to take profits, but just be aware that we could continue lower, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it down to the 1208, 1207 area. We might be trying longs down there, but I'm not going to suggest that until we actually see that level traded and I see what it looks like on the chart. The shorter term chart does show some resistance up in the low 1230 area, so I think if we revisit that, it's probably worth a short, because I'm quite negative on gold in the very short term, as I said. So yeah, I think I've already put that on the sheet this morning. 1232, 1233 is worth a sell with a sort of 5 or 6 point stop. Dollar yen, I'm just going to point out we've had a good run up, higher than expected really. 105.12 is this low here. We have seen 105.12 as the high today, so I probably should have been recommending a short there. I just wasn't very sure about it. 105.12 is resistance. I'll leave it up to you whether you decide you want to try a little short there, but you're going to have to stop out somewhere around the sort of 25 area, because then if we get above 105.25, I think we're going to go for 105.40, 44 area. Now that is where I would be confident of a short. The daily chart isn't that positive. In fact, if you saw the webinar yesterday, you'll know that on the weekly chart we've hit major fib resistance up in that 105.40 area. Hang on a sec, look at this. This is the trend line, so that's also around 105.12. So maybe I should have been recommending a short there. And if we do get back up around the 105.10.12 area, maybe that is worth a short, because look, that trend line resistance might just be the high for the day today. Okay, so two potential trades there, I guess. 105.10.12 area, but if you want to stop yourself out halfway between there and 105.40, then you can try shorts again at the 105.40, 44 area, which I am more confident of seeing a bearish double top. And that short up there actually might be a bit of a keeper. Longer term, we might start to dump, but we'll deal with that if we manage to get some shorts on up there. Nat gas, just a quick one. We still have this bearish head and shoulders pattern. In fact, if anything, it is developing as expected. So it's a bit tricky getting short, because this shoulder is such a wide area from 424, 42, 40 area up to 44, 00 area. It's tricky to enter if you've got small stop margins, but I just want you to be aware that I do think we are eventually going to break below here and head down to the 4,000 area. Oil I still like it. Any dip back to this trend line, which today is around the 93.45, 93.30 area, I think is a buy. I've been banging on about that all week, so I don't need to say much more, but I do think eventually these stochastics will turn and oil will push higher. Again, if you fancy running a longer term position, you can keep that overnight, because I do think we will go higher. Cable, well, we managed to make some money out of cable yesterday when it hit resistance, and the same sort of resistance applies for today. You can see why. We've got trend line here up around the 164.30 area. Yesterday's high was 164.38, so that 160.30.40 area could well hold the top side today. I've just put a tweet on there about potentially selling there on a little punt. You can see why that might well hold the top side, but if we do keep going higher, 165.00 does look like a good sell as well. We can chat about that on Twitter later. Okay, that's it for the video for today. Thanks very much.